It's always the problem with the anime podcast. I can never figure out how we should start. It's because we don't have like an intro like we do for the gaming one.
And this is how we start. Hello, everybody.
Exactly. It's like, just don't know how to do intro, just fake an intro. There you go. Welcome, everyone, to a Slice of Anime podcast for March 6th, 2024. We're back. We're consistent again in the year of 2024.
The amount of times we kept getting, it's like, guys, maybe we should stop doing this. Maybe we should do this like monthly. And it's like, no, we're strong. We're better than this.
The problem with monthly is that, like, well, I would say like we would probably have too much to talk about, but at the same time, every 2 weeks that's only twice a month. So
yeah, exactly. So it's like some people here are lazy. I won't name who.
Dark.
Oh, you want me to name him?
Where's Dork?
Dirk,
He didn't watch any anime?
He didn't watch any anime, so we bowed out.
No, he actually did. That's the funny thing. He did watch anime. He just couldn't come today. He's a faker. I never liked that guy. Let's be honest.
So, book club.
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about the book club later. I want to first talk about what we've been watching. I don't know. A bench. Why don't we start with you?
I finished Vinland Saga season 2, and it's like top 10 of all time. Pretty much the last like 7 episodes, I pretty much just binge straight 'cause you can't really stop. Just I have no enemies. Just like the constant like incredible moments for Thorfinn, and then him going home. Just like it was so good.
I have no enemies that is a top 5 anime moment of all time for me.
And yeah, him taking the 100 hits and everything, and the conversation with Canute, like, come on.
You don't see anime willing to have just a long ass dialogue scene without any like visual things going on, nothing like that, just dialogue. And they were fully willing to have that happen, and I really respect them for that.
Yeah, and then Canute literally just being like crazy with his plans.
Canute is genuinely like the shift from him in season 1, like the beginning when you first see him in season 1 to the end of season 2, and then just seeing like what he finally realizes what he's been doing after talking to Thorfinn. It's a very genuinely strong scene.
After killing all those people,
yeah.
Sure.
I agree.
Moon, be quiet. go watch the show, lazy.
No, don't go. No, I'm gatekeeping now. He cannot watch the show.
You can't watch it.
Yeah, and
I have no enemies, more like I have no awards.
Okay, that's not the time. We'll talk about that.
And then you have the pretty much the homecoming for Thorfinn, which is it really puts into perspective how long it's been. I think it's like 12 or something years, to the point where like no one's recognizable. Like you have to like look up some of the people, because it's like people we've seen, but it's been so long.
I was so terrified. Like I was like, because of how depressing the show was, I was like mentally preparing myself for him to go to the village and like it's all destroyed and shit.
Well, I mean, even then, like it starts off with like no one recognizing him. No one like knows.
Yeah, because he's been away for so long, and that's why it's such a strong moment when they do.
Like his own sister like didn't believe it.
His mom recognized him right away.
Yeah, his mom recognized him right away. So
mom's got that superpower, you know.
Yeah, and then he's like an uncle now.
Yeah, fucking, it was awesome seeing the sister again and seeing she got settled down too. I always liked her.
With the guy who was like aiming for her from episode 1.
Yeah, I always liked that sister. I always wanted more of her in the show, so it was good seeing her finally at the end.
Yeah, and then just Leif is the goat. Such a goat. And so is like Snake. That like final scene with him, like telling them his name. That was very good.
Every character moment is just like, every character feels so well developed to the point where like they could be their own protagonist in their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like season 1, it was a lot of action. Season 2 took out the action and then added more character time, better development.
He had a lot of action towards the end, though. Like the back half of season 2 is pretty active.
Not compared to season 1, though. Yeah, season 1 is crazy with action.
That's why like the shift from season 1 to 2. From what all I heard from the manga readers is like, be prepared. It's gonna be like a total shift, and it's like they were right. Like it is definitely like if you watched season 1 just for the action, then like I don't know what to tell you.
That's why I wasn't so high on season 1, because I like action, but it was it was nice. It was like 80-90% action
I mean, I
with
think
some good scenes.
I really liked Ashalod in season one and his character, so that was a big deal in season one for me, and pretty much just the politics and everything. But yeah, I still don't know which season I prefer. It's very close.
For me, season one made like I loved, and I was like, wow, Vinland Saga is phenomenal. But then season two made it like a top 5 anime for me. Like that was just like a
Yeah,
solidification
yeah,
of those like genuinely those character scenes alone propel it for me above season one. And
Yeah.
trust me, I love Askeladd, but like the new characters were enough to like replace
See,
Askeladd.
I
yeah.
wouldn't go that
I love season one now, but that's only because it uplifts season two. Without season one, season two wouldn't be this good.
yeah.
The total shift is what made this so impactful.
And I do think like I don't know, it's just they're both very good though, like in their own right, I
Yeah.
think.
I'm not discounting season one at all or Askeladd, I guess, but it is just like going into season two, the quality jump, at least in my eyes, was very staggering. But yeah, no, I love Vinland Saga. That is a 10 out of 10
Then
show.
I've watched a singular episode of Gintama, and it was very
Put it
funny.
on the thumbnail. Put it on the thumbnail.
It was very
It's now
funny
allowed to be
about-
there.
What was it about?
Gatekeeper.
There was everyone was looking for Gintoki because the Shinsengumi like
You
black
don't
hair
even
dude
give an episode synopsis.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to like play it. It was pretty much just after it was a down episode after the arc that like shows the dude like the racquetball dude or whatever, like try and find Gintoki because he's like a suspect for like siding with the people that are against the shogunate or whatever, and it kind of just shows the bonds, like what Gintoki's relationships are with him, like not even present for a whole ton of it.
I
I
love
thought that
the
was good.
I love the cast enough to where like you can. The
Oh,
sign of a
yeah.
good cast is if you don't have the main character and the cast still works.
Whenever he like lost his memory and it's just that's like a duology episode was so good. So and then
So-
I've been
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna move on. So do you have something to say?
Well, no, it's nothing on Gintama. That's why I was gonna move on.
Yeah, I've been watching Solo Leveling, which has been good. I just think they really missed the ball or whatever, not making this a 24 episode.
Didn't
What
the
about
last
episode 8? Episode
they-
8 being controversial.
It was like
The
the
most
most
controversial-
disliked episode in anime
Yeah.
history
I got other stuff
On the
to do.
Crunchyroll website, yeah.
on
If
Crunchyroll.
it's a recap episode, sure, it's not great, but like it ain't at the end of the world. I can watch something else.
Oh, they wasted an episode with recap.
It wasn't
I
an
don't-
official episode.
oh.
It was 7.5. It wasn't episode 8.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
that's good to know.
okay.
I
That's
just
fair.
thought
That would have been crazy if they wasted an entire episode on
It's
a
not the end
recap.
of the world. But I do think they meant because a lot of the season one is kind of like showing him get to a level that's respectable and like strong, and then past that is him being like stronger than most to the point where people are taking notice, and then like the guild politics and world politics start getting involved, and he gains his like poster ability of Arise, and it's very interesting. So that's kind of like I really hope the wait isn't too long. Maybe it's like a MASH situation where season 2 is like 6 months later, but it could have been another core where they just call it season 2. Who knows? Hopefully it's that.
I can see that because this is A1 Pictures who also did Mashal. So this very much makes sense that maybe this is just kind of their strategy.
Yeah, hopefully because
Well, Tower of God has been 3 years. Like 4 years now.
Tower
I'm
of
gonna
God?
just compare it to other manhwas, other manhwa animes.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that was a different production studio, right? For Tower of God.
Is this a Crunchyroll exclusive? Solo Leveling?
I
The
think so.
what?
Is
Is
it
it a
Crunchyroll
Crunchyroll?
exclusive?
What's that mean?
Like,
Yeah, I think it is.
did they produce it?
I don't
Is
think
that
they
the-
produced it.
Is it just exclusive to Crunchyroll? That's the question.
Yes, it is. I think.
Okay,
I
so-
think they heavily funded it maybe because they've
Yeah.
had like interviews with a lot of like people you don't really see.
Yeah, because that's how manhwas got started. They funded them.
Yeah, but I do think I don't know. Solo Leveling is kind of a different beast because it's been. Hopefully, it's not a 3-year wait, or I'll be pretty upset because a lot of my favorite scenes are going to be in season 2 and season 3 because that's where it gets really good. But season 1 is good. It's just like you're not seeing it for what it is. It's very around kind of basic, I guess.
It's the same as Chainsaw
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
They
but
should have made it
instead of
24 episodes.
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're listing all these anime that should have had 24 episodes, and then here's Frieren having 28 in one go.
Yeah, that's like I've still been watching that. And I think it's got what like 2 or 3 episodes left. I mean, just I think I like the beginning half a tiny bit more because it's more focused around like 3 or 4 people. But that is not to discount the arc that's happening right now and has been for almost like 10 plus episodes. It's very good and it shows pretty much how strong Frieren and Fern are, and it got some like actual side characters which are interesting, and the action scenes are very cool. And it's really got like a Frieren Dark Souls boss moment that
Okay,
goes
let's calm
hard.
down.
So
I'll binge it in 2 or 3 weeks once it's done.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
almost done, ain't it? So that's a
yeah,
good
like
time to
3
watch.
weeks. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna miss that on Friday, and then yeah.
Real quick, I gotta ask with Solo Leveling, is it a just read the manhwa vibe or wait for the anime
Yes,
to watch it?
yes.
Well,
Read the manhwa. Read the manhwa.
I would say read the manhwa, but the anime is a faithful adaptation. There are a couple things, but also they're taking some like creative liberties to build out characters more, which I appreciate. Because pretty much most characters, besides 1 or 2, are pretty flat in the manhwa. But the main character and like 1 or 2 other people are like, okay, these are really good characters. And the rest are kind of like very strong, or they all have their like archetype. But I mean, I do enjoy the manhwa, so you can just do both as well.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely one I want to at least like give a shot to,
Yeah, and I've been
because
continuing.
people like Solo Leveling more than I would have thought. The amount of like
Oh,
excitement, like I
It's
saw
become
Mr.
like the
Beast
oh
new.
tweet about
no.
it.
It's become like
It's
the
the
new
biggest
normie
manhwa.
anime that
Mm,
like
It's
everyone watches, like kind of like My Hero Academia.
Yeah, Mr.
it
Beast
was
tweeted about it.
I was
it
like
was the
flabbergasted.
it was the normie manhwa. If someone read manhwa, they probably read Solo Leveling.
It's good. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And normie doesn't mean bad. It's just like this is the thing that
I've
It's
read
just
it
the
the
general
it's the one
populace.
that broke through like the anime barrier
Yeah.
into like
Like
normal society.
Yeah.
if someone watched it, I wouldn't call them a weeb.
You make it sound
That's
like we're mole people.
We are. Do you see the shit that we watch and read? We are
That
mole
you
people.
watch and read.
you and Bench.
Don't fucking bring me down with y'all, goddamn.
And then I've been just continuing to watch and read One Piece, and I am very excited for Wolf and Navi to read the current arc once it finishes, which should be in the first half of this year.
I heard the
Like,
recent
oh,
chapter had
bad.
some controversy.
it's you know how Oda kind of like fills some stuff in, like he'll say, "Oh, someone's gonna say something," and then a chapter later he doesn't
yeah.
say that
He
something.
stalls.
But it's like I don't know, they're building up for something, and I think it's fine. Like binging, you're not even gonna like think about it because it's just gonna be okay. Click to the next chapter, and that's probably gonna happen. So
Yeah, it's weird. Since I caught up to One Piece, this is the longest I've gone without reading the recent chapters.
and you're gonna come back reading one of the best arcs in the series. Like
I,
Egghead
I,
does not miss.
I'm still at the island where he just started fighting Leo. I think that's his name.
Lucci?
Uh, yeah, Lychee.
Lucci.
Uh, Lucci. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Did what's it called? Is it seeming like it's about to end this arc?
It
Or we
could
still got
end
a lot.
with what's teased at the end of this chapter. It could end very quickly, and it could end very bad. Well, not badly as in bad, but like stakes are high kind of thing. Like stakes
I
are
get what you
higher
mean.
than they've ever been type of vibes.
Gotcha. The One Piece
They're
is
at the
about to be
land.
revealed next chapter. Let's go.
You heard it here
Are
first.
they at the land of the giants yet? Elbath?
No, that's where
No.
they're going next.
Oh,
The-
next.
But there are giant stuff in this arc, which is very cool.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Really-
Is the anime consistent?
It's I mean, it has
Yeah.
very high.
Bro's
Very-
hating on the anime. I never thought I'd hear
No.
the day.
It's just last episode was a little padded because they were just, which honestly I kind of appreciated because they were just showing Robin flashback stuff again as it was relevant to the plot. So it's like it's been kind of a while, so that was a refresher, but also just made the episode like not stand out or anything. The episodes before that have been phenomenal. And there's just not an episode this week, so there's no chapter or One Piece episode this week.
Hey, One Piece fans are are dying. No chapter or episode. What are they gonna do?
Play Rebirth.
They'll have to read something else.
God forbid.
Oh,
No, see, they're just gonna
They
start
can
from
watch
chapter
live
1 again and
action.
catch up.
They're gonna
True.
watch the live action.
Oh,
Which-
that live
which
action
show?
is peak. On the first episode of Slice of Anime, we talked about that live action. God bless. That was the first episode, right? I'm not like,
Yeah, it was.
okay. It would have been bad if like someone in the comments is like, yeah, actually.
That's all I have.
We don't have that much of a dedicated fan base like to go. Actually,
Well, actually, we should just start saying wrong things. That's a good idea.
just see if anyone points it out.
Yeah, so we can get more comments. We're having our meeting, by
It's
the way.
like One
during
Piece
this
is actually
episode.
like mid as hell.
True. But that's everything, right, Ben?
Yep.
Cool. So you mentioned Gintama. I want to quickly jump into my show that I've been watching. I've been like kind of in the comedy anime mood, and I not started, but I dropped the show for a bit, and I'm kind of getting back into it. It's more obscure. Have you guys heard of Sket Dance?
No.
No, I don't
Yes.
think so.
Oh, Navi, you heard of it?
Yes, I heard of it.
Yes.
It is. I have not watched it, but I dated a girl who watched it, and she wouldn't stop talking about this.
By proxy, you know it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a series done by the editor, at least like the ex-editor to the author of Gintama. So this guy worked right under, he helped alongside the Gintama manga when that was ongoing. So very much this is a comedy anime. It stars in a high school. Shocker.
Shocker.
And yeah, but it's basically this group of 3 people that are effectively, they have this club called Sket Dance, and it's this club that's all about helping people. And it's like a very basic premise. It's like, oh, it's a club about helping people, doing stuff, odd jobs around the school. Very much kind of like Gintama, the odd jobs group. But what works is the characters themselves and the situations they get in. If you like Gintama humor, then this show will hit you. It is very, very much absurdist Gintama comedy. It's a lot shorter than Gintama too. It's 77 episodes, which is still long, but like it's shorter compared to like
Is it-
360.
Is it episodic?
Okay, so there are some arcs. There's some, but like for the most part, it's like the episodes are kind of like one-offs.
Yeah.
But they're really fucking funny one-offs, and I think that, in my opinion, the show gets up a lot quicker than Gintama did. So the comedy's like kind of hits right off the get-go. And also, there are genuinely like very sad moments and like very strong character arcs and sequences throughout the show. Kind of like Gintama in a lot of ways. I'm comparing it a lot to Gintama because it very much is Gintama in a high school setting. And there's even a crossover episode with the Gintama cast, which I absolutely loved. But there are moments where you see a character and you think, okay, this guy's, he's just some dude. There's nothing about this like guy. But you learn about him, you learn about his past, and he's genuinely like a very well-developed and interesting character, to the point where I would love to just see more of his hijinks throughout the show. There's a character that's literally called Jason, J-S-O-N, and he has the Jason Voorhees mask, but he's not actually wearing a mask, it's just his face. And his whole fucking shtick is that he's trying to get married, and he goes to marriage interviews, but like they're all scared of his face. So the Sket Dance just try to help him out, and he's all depressed and shit, and he's genuinely like a kind guy. It's just his face is terrifying. It's sequences like that, and also just very powerful character moments, small little arcs, and the arcs are like small. They're like 2-3 episodes, but they genuinely hit. There are moments where like that are way more brutal than you would expect out of a show of this kind. And I don't know. This is a show that I highly recommend to people. It's not like an introductory comedy anime, I would say, but like this is the closest to Gintama has to making me laugh, which is a very high bar because that's actually my favorite anime of all time. So-
Damn, 77 episodes.
Yep, it is long still, but I do actually think it's worth it. I think
I
it's
think we
worth
found
at
our
least
club. I think we found our book club.
Mm,
Sean.
No.
Okay, no.
No
I'm
way.
not gonna. I was like, oh, you shouldn't do FMA Brotherhood for the book club because that's too long. But no, I highly recommend it. I will say real quick with Scat Dance, I think it's best if you watch it in batches, like 12-episode batches, and then go watch
like
other things.
Kitama.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Gintama. It's good in like short bursts. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Navi, what have you been watching?
I've been watching two things. I've been watching Kotoro Lives Alone. Have y'all heard of that?
Oh yeah, that was the
It's
Netflix
a
one.
it's a Netflix one. It's based on a 4-year-old kid who lives alone in an apartment,
Oh yeah, I watched that. That was really good.
and his neighbors they all get to know him, and they act as his proxy parents because he has no parents. So you get to see this relationship between uh, adults and this 4-year-old kid just prosper, and it's not like a happy anime. This anime goes
No,
into
it's not.
some this anime goes into some deep stuff like child abuse. Um, and each episode pretty much reveals something about his past. So sometimes the episodes have a purpose. So like one specific episode, he avoided taking pictures, and this episode was focused mainly on that, just to reveal something about his past and why he doesn't like taking pictures. And it gets into, and I don't want to spoil what it went into, but it gets into some depressing stuff. But it always ends on a happy note, and that's the best part because there's always the neighbors uplifting him, and it's a feel that's why it makes you feel good at the end of every episode.
So it's very much like you're gonna feel sad watching this, but at the end you kind of come out like it's a bittersweet type show.
Yeah.
Yes, and then
Wait, so real quick on this, it's a 12 episoder, right? Is it like
yes,
Yeah.
it's
this is a
10. It's
complete
10
show?
episodes.
That was 10
Oh,
episodes.
It's 10 episodes, and no, unfortunately, it only has one season, and the manga is not even translated because I checked.
Damn. Okay. Wow.
So, and I'm not sure if season 2 is ever gonna come. I think it did well enough, but I'm not sure. It's on Netflix, so you know how Netflix shows go. Sometimes they continue, sometimes they don't.
Does it have that problem that I find with a lot of like shows with like starring kids? Is that the kids act way more mature than they should? Or
Oh,
does
yeah,
it
Yes,
for sure.
well, okay, only the main character, the one who had to go through a whole bunch of drama,
The 4-year-old.
and yes,
Jesus Christ.
He's not. He doesn't act like any 4-year-old you've ever met.
yeah, he
Like this kid
he
can
acts
actually say
like
complete sentences.
he acts like. Have you watched Young Sheldon? He acts like Sheldon.
Oh no, don't reference young Sheldon, please.
Young Sheldon,
You're
you
gonna get
say?
you're gonna get
Yeah.
bench
Now you
fucking
got
on a
Bench
rant.
involved.
Young Sheldon's good, let me tell you. Good
You see
TV.
the final episode is gonna have Sheldon.
I know, I can't wait. It's going to be like the Avengers Endgame of the Big Bang Theory universe and a sequel series. Let's go.
All right, let's put young Sheldon on the thumbnail. We can do that now.
Yes, we can.
But
Um,
but specifically, this one works where the kid acts as an adult because at the same time he still acts like a kid because like for example, you know how they feel sad when the adults does something that doesn't really mean anything, but to them it means everything. He still has those emotions.
good to know.
And then
Yeah. What
I've
else?
been watching Futopai. Have you all seen that? It's
Futopai.
2022 anime. It's
Hang on, spell it.
FUU TO PI.
I got
Well,
Funko
well,
Pop.
well, if you're a bigger weeb than me, and you might know Kamen Rider. Have y'all seen Kamen
Oh,
Rider?
I've heard of
I know
Kamen
of
Rider.
Kamen Rider, but I never watched it.
Okay. Well, it's if you don't know what it is, it's basically what Power Rangers copied, and this show is based on Kamen Rider. It follows two private detectives who has the power to fuse and to become Kamen Rider. So in this world, there's these USB sticks that are called memories. When you insert them into your body, you gain powers, and when you gain powers, these you look like one of the monsters from Power Rangers, just a lot smaller. And basically, the detectives, and they go out, solve cases that deal with memories mostly. Uh, I wouldn't say this is an anime I would recommend to everyone. I wouldn't recommend it to none of y'all. But if you like cheesy Power Ranger action, you would like the show.
I love Power Rangers. What's this about?
Oh, I hate Power Rangers. That shit was
Oh,
trash.
what? No, we're not doing this. This is not the
That shit
fucking
was
place.
trash. Have you seen the monsters?
Yes, that's the point. Is that it's trash? It's cheesy. You don't. You
But
nobody. Okay. Nobody watches Power Rangers and thinks to themselves, "Wow, this is peak television." They think, "Wow,
no,
this is dumb." It's
no,
funny.
no.
Yeah.
Everyone who watches Power Rangers takes that shit seriously.
No, okay. Who are you talking to? Because I need to know. Because there's no way there are people genuinely like, "Wow, this is a deep and enriching story." Listen, I'm just saying, accept Power Rangers in your heart if you just accept that it's cheesy as hell.
Nah,
Oh, I
It's
did.
junk.
I don't even like Kamen Rider, and then I like this anime because it doesn't really focus on Kamen Rider, and it's not as cheesy as Power Rangers. But yeah, that shit Power Rangers trash.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
understand why people liked it.
People like it because we watched it as kids and we were like, "This is dumb."
I watched that shit as a kid, and I'm like, this is trash.
Bro, were you like coming out of the womb with a cigarette and wine, like becoming a? God damn, you were
Oh
jaded
yeah.
as
I mean, I
hell.
was the same. I never watched Power Rangers too because I just found it like too much.
I just watched it because I was like, "This is so dumb. This is so stupid." Never in my life as a kid did even as a kid I didn't say it was good. I just said it was dumb and I liked it. It's like Taco Bell. It's the Taco Bell of television shows.
I don't understand that though.
I don't care if you don't understand that.
You're 10, Bench. Did you watch Power Rangers?
At a friend's house, a friend would always have it on.
No, you're not gonna comment on how he called you 10.
Oh well, I didn't hear that part. I'm tired.
Great podcast.
Also, I
Liz.
just like the idea of just your house. You go over to someone's house and there's always just Power Rangers on the TV.
I mean, yeah, there was literally
that was
just
the
Power
thing.
Rangers on the TV.
I went over to friends' houses and they would literally just have like the most random shit on TV.
I always had Pokemon on TV.
One kid had The Office when I was like 6, and like as a kid, I'm like, what is this?
Man,
This is
I
in the
was
cartoon.
when I used to watch TV and then The Office came on. I used to be disappointed. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" They were talking in the camera, so I thought it was like a reality show, and I will always hate it when that came on. And now I love that show.
Did you have that moment when you were watching Cartoon Network and it was like past 7 and it's like, all right, time to go to Adult Swim, and you were fucking terrified as a kid?
Yeah, I would get anxiety.
I would be like, I'm not allowed to be here. But yeah, that's. Do you have anything else you've been watching, Navi?
No, but I'm almost done with one of my light novel collections. I'm missing two
about
Mashuko Tenseis.
So yeah, tell people about this light novel collection. You're like,
So it's been about a month and a half or 2 weeks, and I'm
A
already
month and a half or 2 weeks? Yes, a month and a half.
I'm already around $700 of light novels. Granted, I did buy a
you
lot of them
finished.
on discount. No. So I returned that because some of the pages were like iffy. I'm like, nah, that's not worth it. And so instead, I bought 18 novels of Shield Hero, and now I'm only missing 4 volumes until the next one comes out. And
didn't you get that Facebook Marketplace deal with all the Overlord books? Or like
yeah, and then I got Overlord 1 to 15. I'm only missing 16 until 17 and 18 comes out. We suspect next year. The last 2 volumes. But and then I started collecting a new one, a new light novel called Disciple of the Lich. I believe that's what it's called. I'm all caught up with that one. There's only one light novel left that's supposed to come, that's still being translated. And I'm also collecting Spice and Wolf. I should have all Spice and Wolf by like next month. I'm getting free money. And when you have this Crunchyroll subscription, you get 15% off. So light novel books, they're already at a discount at Crunchyroll. If you're gonna buy light novels, you buy them at Crunchyroll. They're only $11 on Crunchyroll. Everywhere else, they're 15 or 16. And when you got the Crunchyroll discount, they're $9, $9 to $10. It's a steal.
That's actually kind of crazy. Those Crunchyroll fucking discounts can.
They bought the
really
they
add up.
bought the right stuff.
Yeah.
Since I think because they bought the right stuff, they have contracts where they get a lot of the stuff cheaper from Japan.
Yeah, they probably have like a surplus, and they're just trying to like sell it off.
No, everything gets a discount though. You can buy. So, do you have the Moon? Do you have the super discount? It's the $15 a month deal. The $15 a month.
No, I think I'm on the $10 fee for
Yeah.
Crunchyroll. I do get a discount, but I don't think it's like as big a discount.
It's I think it's 10% or 8%, something like that. But if you buy, you can go ahead and buy a figure for $20. You get $30 off. It's a steal. And so when you're going to buy something big for anything like a figure or a collection or something like that, get the free 2 weeks. Buy everything because you get the 15% even with the free subscription for 2 weeks.
That's actually pretty nice.
That's what I did. I spent like 300 and I got what, a $45 off on everything.
I mean, that light novel quest. I mean, do you see an end to it? Do you think, or is it just like
So
buy
so
what
the
you want?
reason why I'm okay with wasting money on light novels is because they keep doubling in price. Because so since they're from Japan, uh they stop printing them sometimes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
when they start printing them, these things go up in price. So one of the series I want to collect, one book costs $300. Uh so before Spice
Sounds like the retro gaming market.
and then like I bought the Overlord book for $75. I can sell that for $200 to $300. Like everything, nothing goes down in price. They only go up.
I
You just got to buy now.
yeah. Also, I
Yes.
mean, like, what helps is right now though, like those prices sound high. Imagine if like anime and light novels specifically, were like a bigger industry if they were more popular. Because like right now they're kind of a niche, but like if they were huge, oh man, you would be fucking paying $1,000 for some of these.
Right now, they're starting to go into the market of Korean light novels. So the market is expanding, and I think they have one Chinese light novel out there too.
That's interesting.
And Americans have light novels too. We just call it something different. Have you heard of light
I think it's
RPGs?
I think we call them novellas.
Oh well, novellas is one thing, but like when I'm talking about light novels, I mean like anime like light
Yeah.
novels. Yeah. So if you look up lit RPG, LIT RPG, uh, you get a whole bunch of fiction based on going to another world and or
Is
harems and stuff like that. It's
is it
very
basically like
anime.
is it basically like JRPGs made by like indie developers in the West, that kind of thing? Where it's like this is like very
Yes,
Japanese inspired.
yeah,
It's
but it has its own. It's not a one to one. It has its own. How can what can I say? Its own soul. It's not a copy of just like novels from Japan.
interesting. I I buy mangas and light novels every now and then for series I really like, but I'm not as deep as you.
No,
No,
So,
nowhere
like-
near.
So like one series that just ended is I'm sure Moon watched this. I'm not sure y'all watched. The realist hero who rebuilt the kingdom.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
I watched like
Yeah,
most of the
I
season.
know you watched that. It has a harem.
You know what's funny was those were one of the shows where I dropped it about halfway through, and then I went back to. I'm like, oh, now I'm really into it.
No, that's weird because like I
Like-
got to the end of season 1 of that show and I was just not feeling it.
Yeah,
I think
it's yeah.
there wasn't
the
enough
se-
economy stuff. That's why.
Yeah, it didn't really pick up until the back half of the second half.
Yeah, the second season it got better. Well, the light novel was just finished. The last novel was coming
Damn.
out, so 20 volumes. So I'm gonna start collecting that because it's finished now. I'm gonna get ahead of that.
Yeah, that's the only way I would buy stuff, buy like manga or light novels, is if it was finished. And even
Oh,
then,
dude,
it can't
they-
even be a
they get-
long series.
They get canceled so fast. Like I don't buy anything that's not unfinished
Yeah,
or very popular. Like I'm gonna buy ReZero. ReZero is not gonna get canceled. That's gonna finish.
like I have
Is ReZero
Wota,
ever gonna
I have the
finish?
whole box set of Wotakoi right
Uh,
here sitting next to me. But that's because it's a finished series and it came in a nice box set.
So ReZero is gonna finish. He said, or he said that he wanted 52 volumes, something like that.
Jesus Christ.
So we're about 3/4 way, but people on Reddit are saying, yeah, he's not gonna do that. We're gonna get more.
It was just
So
playing.
yeah, because we still have 6 arcs left in the
Jeez.
light novels, I believe.
For
Yeah.
ReZero?
Yeah, ReZero, we have 6 arcs, or maybe 5 or 4 now. But last time I checked, it was 6 arcs.
Such a good series.
Okay, I don't know if I'm crazy. This is something I actually dislike from manga authors. I don't know if you guys share this. I kind of hate when they tell me, "Oh, the series is going to end at this amount of volumes," or "It's going to end very soon," or 5 years. Like when Oda says it's at One Piece is going to end in 5 years, because like plans change all the time. I'd rather just like let the ride go.
Like
No,
I understand you
I
tell
would
someone
rather
you're
know.
I think you have to tell the publication we're entering the final arc, but beyond that, I don't really want to know much.
I would
if
rather
I'm a
know
final-
because then you get something like Hunter x Hunter where you don't know when they'll finish.
If it'll even at
but
all.
My
Yeah.
Hero was
Togashi,
supposed to
stay
finish-
alive.
My Hero was supposed to finish in 2022, and it should have finished then, but it is not.
That's why I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
it's finishing this year though.
I
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't like when they put a year span or like a specific time amount. Like, just, if you're saying, "Hey, it's about to enter the final arc. We're in the final arc," that's fine. But don't say, "Oh, 5 years or 2024," because then we're just gonna keep speculating and speculating, and then it's like, "Oh, he was actually like 6 years off for when it was actually going to finish." Like, I don't know. That's just a personal thing. That
Yeah,
annoys
I
me.
mean, I get it, especially when it's like, because things happen all the time. Stuff changes. You think of like, oh, this could actually be a whole new arc, and then you add it, and things just happen. I get it, but I don't follow authors that closely to have been like the closest I get is Oda talking. That's only because you guys talk about him.
We're always talking about Oda.
He's the goat. And there's one series that I think Moon should watch or read if he wants to. I started collecting them. It's called Trapped in a Dating Sim.
I watched that show.
You watched it. Good
It was
show.
all right. It had a weirdly like super catchy opening that I played on repeat a lot. But it was decent.
Interesting.
Kind of hope we get a season 2 because it needed some fleshing out.
It's probably getting a season 2. The light novel just finished. That's where I started
Okay.
collecting it.
It's been a while. I think it's been like 2 years now since the first season happened.
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah.
That was one of those shows where like you go into it and your thought is this is probably not going to be popular. This is going to be another isekai. And I see multiple people talking about it on Twitter, and I'm like, there's no way multiple of you are talking.
Oh yeah,
watching this show.
when so you know how I got into my whole isekai arc. This was like one of the first shows I was watching. That was like, ah, this is trash, but I need something to watch. I think this is the show that got me into all the other isekais.
So this is the
This
show
is
to
Skeleton-
blame. This is
This is
Patient
Skeleton
Zero.
Knight allowed me to enjoy trash isekai.
So this is to blame. We have to eliminate this show.
And now I want to give Slimy Sky another chance because that show was trash. But
I need to give it another chance just because of how popular it is.
But I'm a changed man now, so I might like.
That's one I've been on my list for a long time.
It's just so long now. It feels hard to go back to it because now there's like what 3 seasons, 2 movies.
2 movies, Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's everything you've been doing over there, Navi.
Yep.
All right. That just leaves Moon. What have
You
you
can
been
talk about
watching?
magical girls now.
No, I'll save that for later. But I want to talk about is my other new obsession because I gave in to the peer pressure. I was gonna wait for the whole season to come out, and now I wish I did. I'm regretting my life choices right now. I started A Sign of Affection, which
Oh, this one. I want to hear about it.
it's as you said, it's fluff, but like to the best degree. It's just nothing but warm, cozy fluff, and I want more. And we still have like 4 more episodes to go. And I originally started watching it in English, but then I caught up, and the English is like 2 episodes behind the sub, and I'm like, okay, I need to watch more, and so I did. And
Is it
what's that?
episodic, or does it
no,
actually have?
no, it's an ongoing thing.
Okay, cool.
But so if you don't know anything about it, basically the whole thing of it is the guy who travels a lot. I don't know how, he's a college guy. I don't know how he has all this money to go to Croatia and all these other countries, but he loves basically like exploring the world, traveling, learning. He's a polyglot, so he speaks like 5 languages. But he meets this girl and she's deaf, and he's kind of sees it as like another world to explore, so he can learn like sign language and all that. And it's just their whole interaction between these two and then their 2 friends. And it's just pretty much those 4, and there's like 2 other characters that pop up every once in a while. But it's just all their interactions are just super sweet, super realistic in a way. And it's hard to explain without going into like spoilers, but it's just very soothing for the soul, chicken soup for the soul and all that.
Very fluffy, very wholesome.
Yeah,
kind.
fluffy, wholesome. There's the word I was looking for, is wholesome. But yeah, I just love these characters. They're all so very endearing, and the main girl Yuki is just as sweet as can be. And I'll give props to the English dub because they gave everyone such a unique voice. Like they gave her a very sweet voice, and they gave the guy like a very deep voice. So it's a very nice contrast. Whereas when you watch the sub, they just kind of sound like every other Japanese English voice or a Japanese voice actor. So it's a very interesting contrast. I almost want to recommend the English dub just for that reason. But I discovered a problem with Crunchyroll, and I don't know what's going on, but I guess who's ever doing the translations for like text on the video, like because one person's deaf, there's a lot of using phones, text messaging, a lot of like writing on paper and whatnot to like convey words. But for some reason, the English dub is on like on episode 6, I believe, but all the text translations are only on episode 4. They're like 2 episodes behind the text translations, but yet the subs have all the text translation already on there in English. It's like, so what the hell? So that was like super annoying. This is another reason why I moved over to the sub, at least for the like 6 and 7, or I have to look again. But
Crunchyroll is really bad about stuff like that. I noticed Netflix is also really weird when it comes to dubs, where you do the English dub on a Netflix show, and you do English dub with subtitles, and they just use the subtitles from the sub. And it's like, well, they're saying different things, so this just doesn't help me at all. I'm watching 2 shows now.
yeah, but it was just annoying because there's so much of this show that is very silent, and it's just a lot of text on screen from either phones or when either of them are doing sign language, they put like the translation because a lot of us probably don't read sign language.
Says you.
What's also very interesting is I learned there's a lot of differences between American or English sign language and Japanese sign language. I was like picking up some words. I actually picked up some cool sign language from this. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I started using it, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that is a completely different gesture in English.
No, that was something that we learned in American Sign Language when I took that in high school and paid attention like once. But like there is like sign language for literally every language because of the connotations of each language being completely
Yeah,
different.
which makes sense, especially because the word that tripped me up was food, or like want to go eat, where the Japanese one kind of looks like you're using chopsticks to like eat out of a bowl, which after now looking back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That would be their version for food, where American has like a very different sign language for that.
I think
It kind of makes me want to pick
same-
up learning sign language.
That same gesture is in America. It's just chopsticks, I think.
Oh, is it? That's funny if it is.
If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. No,
But yeah, I
like,
highly recommend it if you need a fluffy, wholesome show about two people just falling for each other. And it's really nice because episode, what is it, 8 or 9, they're finally going out. So it's not an end of season kind of confession show. It's like, hell yes. So it already got my
Are
seal
they
of
in high
approval.
school?
No, they're college.
let's
Cool.
go.
Yeah, I'm in.
This is the truly rarest rom com out
It's
there.
rare. It's hitting all the marks. It's not in high school. It's not. Doesn't end on the confession. We're golden.
They're a manga.
What's that?
Is it based off a manga?
I think so. I could double check.
Yeah, that's definitely one on my list. I go for something full.
I would say definitely wait until it's all done, so you're not being tortured like I am. Because the episodes like just flow right into the next one. Like, something's building up, story's going, and then it's just there's the ending. Like, wait till next week.
Yeah, it has right now it has 10 volumes, but only 7 is translated.
Okay. I wonder where the anime is then. If it's because 10 volumes is not a lot. I'll have to-
Each volume has 2 episodes.
Oh, is
Is
it?
that right?
I would have to.
Usually 2 volume has 2 episodes.
That's usually the breakdown.
I could probably look it real quick just by the titles. Oh, that's episodes. Oh, the volumes don't have names or anything. Ah, damn it. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like anything else you've been watching?
So I also stayed up to date on gushing over magical girls, and I got to tell you, this shit is wild. And the plot in the last 3 episodes have taken in such a different direction. So, and I had to like try to describe this to everyone because I was thinking about like, how am I going to talk about this show on the podcast? And I finally found the comparison. So imagine, in Pokemon, the original Pokemon.
Okay, here we go.
So Pokemon, you have your trio of characters, your Ash, Misty, and Brock. You had your Team Rocket of Jesse, James, Meowth. But in the background of that Team Rocket, you had the bigger Team Rocket, right? Like the actual organization. So basically what's going on with Magical Girls now is imagine Team Rocket, like Jesse, James, Meowth, decided, you know what? We don't care about Giovanni's plans. Fuck Giovanni. We're going to take over this organization. So now it's a mutiny story. And it's like so interesting because they decided, because they introduced like the bigger villains. Like we were following these 3 girls who were just villains for like, I don't even know what reason. They just decided to join. But then they met their higher ups. And the way they introduced the higher ups is kind of raw. Is they show me like in shadows because they went to like their evil headquarters. And as they enter the room, all they see are just these women standing on a pile of dead magical girls. Like they killed all these other girls. And I'm like, oh damn, okay, stakes just went up. But then the higher ups are like, okay, so you joined us. Why did you join us? You're all a bunch of weaklings. Why would? Because I forgot to mention those like little creature characters that are giving everyone powers. She would kind of like roast them, saying, "Why did you give these pathetic girls our powers?" But then they said, "Okay, well, fine, whatever. You joined our organization. You're going to help us take over the world, right?" And they're like, "Fuck no, we don't want to do that." And so they get into this fight, and now they're like in an all-out war with each other. And the magical girls themselves, like the hero girls that we've been following, have just gone off on their training arc. They went off into the mountains to train, and that's been the whole story so far. Is we're now focusing on this evil organization civil war, while the magical girls are just gone. So it's just fascinating. And we just in the last episode or last 2 episodes got recruited two other girls from the higher ups, and now they're saying, you know what, we don't want to take over the world and listen to the boss lady, so we're gonna join you guys. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. Like,
Is
I
it
did not
mostly
see
a
the story
comedy?
coming at all. It's a comedy. Oh yeah, they're very funny, and I don't know why, but the swearing in the show gets me every single time. I don't know why. It's only relegated to two characters or three characters now, and they just use the swearing really well. I love the one episode, last episode. There was just one episode just oh fuck this. It's like we're not going to be doing this. It just drops a grenade on the group. It's like it's just comedy like that. It's like we're not here to fuck around. But I can't still recommend this show unless I know you have a high tolerance for torture porn.
that's that's one of the first pictures I see when I look this up.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing too, is like in the last couple episodes, they've gotten a lot less with it. So they start off with a lot of ripping clothes off, torturing one another. And then as the series moved on, it kind of got less and less. Like there's only maybe like one scene an episode now of just Powers doing who knows what. I'll say also the powers are also very interesting. The main girl has like the ability to like turn objects into monsters. The other girl can pull guns out of nowhere. Then the two new girls that they just introduced, she has like singing powers, like her notes become weapons, and the other girl can like control shadows. I'm like, oh, these are actually all really cool powers. But there's just a lot of torturing one another in very sexual ways. So I can't recommend it unless I know that you have a high tolerance for that. But if you can look past that, I think it's just a lot of fun. It's a very fun spoof on just Magical Girl, and even that kind of, as we were talking about earlier with Kamen Rider and Power Rangers, that like goofy good versus evil kind of shtick, because that's what a lot of the characters look like. They just kind of look like those over the top cheesy Power Ranger like characters. But
Are the characters truly evil, or are they like
the organization is like the higher ups are like they are killing other magical girls from other towns. They want to legit want to take over the world. Whereas the three that we followed from episode 1, it was just kind of, yeah, we're evil because we don't like the magical girls. Like one of them just says, you know, fuck magical girl. Well, her whole story is summed up as she's an online influencer, and the magical girls took away her attention online, and so she's just pissed at him and like, you know what, I'm going to be evil now, and she got given powers because of that. Whereas the other two, like our main character and one of the other side ones, they kind of just fell into it. Like the one girl was tricked thinking she was going to become a magical girl, but she became a villain instead. And then the little girl, who's like a little elementary school girl, she just kind of, the little creature that gives away powers, just says, hey, you want to join my evil organization? She said, sure. Because she was lonely. She had no friends. That's why she joined. So they're not really evil characters or evil people to say. So it's kind of interesting to see like this like almost anti-hero aspect to it. Like they
Yeah.
don't want to be the villains because they're not bad people, but they're not heroes either. They're not protecting the town. So it's juggling a whole lot of different things, and I just find it fascinating from a writing standpoint. So much
It
torture
looks
porn
good.
though.
I'm gonna add him to my list.
Yeah, it'll be a good test to like see how well you can. There was one scene
I mean,
that
I watched
really
Food
almost made me
Wars.
question turning it off. I was like, oh, this is too much even for me.
Too much.
Is
for
it worse
you,
than
I
Food
don't know.
Wars?
It's great. I've never watched Food Wars. I've only seen like clips, but the clothes being blown off is about the same.
You know, that's the thing with Food Wars. I feel like I could deal with it because, like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt more
Because
comedy.
it adds to the
comedy.
to the magic. Yeah.
The magic. Cheesiest way to say it. But like everything I see about the gushing girl, it's like, man, this just makes me sad. They look sad. I don't want to watch this. But
Look at Navi. I see the image you just posted. But
yeah, see,
but as I was saying, like that stuff is only like in the first couple episodes. After there was like a turning point, and I posted the clip in the chat a couple days or like last week or 2 weeks ago. There was like that turning point in the series, and now it's a lot less about that and a lot more about being anti-heroes fighting a bigger evil kind of story.
I'm happy you're
I
enjoying.
mean,
it.
it doesn't look like trash, and
Like,
I'll probably watch it. But I watch a lot of stuff.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect to be convincing anyone. Let's just leave it at that. Like I'm just going to enjoy it, and I'll gush about it, just saying, you know what, this is some top tier shit,
Well-
and it is still shit.
Gushing over Magical Girls.
Yeah, I kind of wish they kept the original name because when you watch the opening, it shows the original, I guess, translated title. I don't know. It just says "I love magical girls." ... And I don't know. That's a slightly better title than gushing over magical girls.
For real. Well, if that's everything we've been watching, I want to transition into some news. The Crunchyroll Anime Awards happened. None of us watched it, right?
No.
If you're okay,
No.
good people. We got some smart people here. I refuse to watch this shit because, like, listen, it's a popularity contest, which I know it's the thing with a lot of award shows, but like the only reason I watch like Game Awards is, well, at least there's like stuff there.
Yeah, there's
like,
trailers.
There's trailers, exactly. This is just popularity awards, and
It looked fun though.
yeah,
They did a JoJo costume.
Some celebrity. I think Megan Thee Stallion was there as
Yeah.
like fucking Bucciarati. I don't know. I forget his name in JoJo. But it was like a fucking JoJo cosplay. I'm like, okay, that's actually pretty fun. But it seemed like it was a fun event, at least for the people attending, so that's good. But man, these awards are hard to take seriously when you just look at fan votes are rough. Let's just be real. When you
It
have
just was fun.
exactly, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
like whatever, but like it's very much like this is a fan voted type of award show. I do want to go over some of the winners. Some of the winners, aka one winner. Anime of the year was JJK season 2, and guess what? You're gonna hear JJK a lot. I mean, okay, it won over Bochi, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, JJK, Oshinoko, and Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga was
Okay.
the one that got people pissed.
Yeah.
I'm people.
And people.
But Vinland is it's not a normie anime. That's what I lost.
Well, no, that's the thing. Vinland Saga was really popular, but I feel like season 2, it was
It's
kind of
because
like
it's
it was the
Stardew
moat.
Valley.
Yeah, it was kind of the moat where you get into the castle and the moat weeds out all the like people who are there for the action, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is
Yep.
just a Stardew Valley. I'm not interested." And then the people who actually cross the moat, they're like, "Wow, this is peak." Like
Mhm.
Vinland season 1 was really popular. Jake, I mean, I haven't watched season 2. I know people like it. Apparently, this is only counting the one that it was only counting like the first half of season 2, though. If I'm correct. Do you know, Bench?
Yeah, for like the first 6 episodes are all that should have counted. And those were like good, but the weakest part of the season.
But that's
So it
the thing
wasn't
is,
even-
though, it's not even like clearly said, like, yeah, we're only going to be judging off these whatever 6 episodes. Like, no one's going to be doing that. When they vote, they're going to go about like whatever happened recently.
Yeah. And that's kind of the flaw with an award system like this. Which again, I mean, it's all whatever. Like it's not like I'm like angry about it, like going to sleep
Yeah,
seething.
I'm angry.
Plus,
just like,
Vinland
oh, that sucks.
was January or December.
It was January.
Yeah. It was everyone forgot about that.
It's very much a recency bias thing that helped too. Best continuing series was One Piece. I'm actually kind of surprised that Attack on Titan didn't win that because it usually does.
Gear
it's not
5
or
was
genuine
just
anymore.
Gear 5 was just
This-
an event for people, so
this
it
was One Piece's year.
Yeah, that's fair. No, Gear 5 was an awesome moment, so I was very happy. I'm fine with One Piece winning. Best new series? Chainsaw Man, huh?
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Over
I'm-
Bochi, Heavenly Delusion, Hell's Paradise, and Zom 100?
Ye-
Jesus.
ye-
once again, it's the popularity contest of this is what Chainsaw Man was one of the normie or one of the shows that broke to the normies.
You know what's weird? I don't even know if it really broke into the normies as much as I thought it would.
It did a
it
little
didn't.
bit, but not as much as like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, that's
I-
kind of what I mean. It's like it was popular, but not to the level that I expected. Sorry, Navi, I
There's
cut
still a
you
lot
off.
of merch of it everywhere.
Were you saying something, Navi? I cut you off.
No. It's just that it felt like I'm not sure if this is why a lot of other people like it, but it felt like very 2010-ish anime. because it's very the purpose of the main character doing what he's doing is you haven't really seen an anime since like 2010s.
I
Just
will
to
say
see some boob, to touch boobs or see boobs, I forgot.
no, it's to touch boobs and then to
Yeah, to
eventually
touch
have
boobs.
sex. Which
Yeah.
great game. It was an annoying. I really think this was kind of a victim of hype, where people. I swear to God, manga readers were hyping this up like this was going to be the second coming of Christ. I swear to.
And I'm sure it is. It just
It
needed 12 more episodes. It just needs
100%.
because you got nothing out of those 12 episodes.
Oh yeah, it was literally nothing.
It was
Yeah.
just. It's just like, oh man, it's doing things that no other anime is doing, and I watched it. I'm like, I don't know. I've seen all this before.
Maybe.
This is not breaking new ground.
Maybe in the next season, and I'm sure it's gonna be. I'm gonna like it eventually. It's just the first 12 episodes where you got nothing out of it. It was okay. It was like a 7 or 8 out of 10.
Best anime film was Suzumi. That's Makoto
That's
Shinkai,
fine.
right?
What was the other
Yeah.
movies? Because I'm very mid on Suzume. I'm like, it's okay.
Kaguya, Love is War, The
Oh
First
yeah, the
Kiss
shit
That
on that
Never
was so
End,
good.
Psychopaths, Providence, Blue Giant. I actually have not heard of Blue Giant. Oh, the Black Clover movie shit. And then
Oh,
bro said, ooh. And then
Benches-
I guess it's
Benches was
fine because
asleep.
that's like an actual movie,
never-
whereas
no, I
like all
didn't
the others
watch
are just
that.
kind of like stitched together episodes.
No, it was an actual movie for the
It
Black
was a
Clover
movie.
movie. I
I'm
think it
talking
was,
about like Love is War.
Oh, I think that was stitched together episodes.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it was made as a movie and then they cut it into 4 episodes.
I will say, big W towards Crunchyroll. Best original anime was Buddy Daddies. I'm very happy about that. I love that show.
Yeah, I love that
No,
show.
I am shocked that Witch from Mercury lost. I really thought that was the Gundam name was gonna carry that, but I'm like, hey, I'm not complaining. I actually watched Buddy Daddies.
But it was so good. It's still the only anime I've watched this year that I've completed.
Wait, this year? That's a 2023 show.
Well, no, I mean like as of that, I watched it.
Oh,
I
just
watched
in
it and
general.
completed it.
Gotcha. No, because like what I love about that show is like, oh, it just beginning, middle, end. It just ends. Like no
It just
second
ends.
season tease. Love
Granted,
that
I
show.
would love a season 2, like them, like her now in high school and all that. That would be
That would be-
great. It's like
I'm like,
we gotta go back. We have to be assassins again.
it's like, listen, it was a perfect ending, but like, guys, what if you went back? I'm just saying, think about it. Best animation with Demon Slayer. Not much to say there. I thought I'm a little miffed about Mob Psycho, but yeah, what you gonna do? And then now the JJK awards really keep going. Best character design, JJK season 2. Best director, season 2, JJK. Cinematography, JJK. It's like, geez, man. Like, is it really the best in class for all of these? I don't know if that's like me being rude or anything. It just feels so like rough.
It's that recency bias and that popularity contest.
Did AOT win anything?
Not from what I can see. Though it didn't count the ending.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind
Hey Moon, best romance Horimiya. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, it's okay. Wait, what were the other candidates?
The missing pieces. The other ones were Insomniacs After School, My Happy Marriage, Love Story with Leomida, Skip and Loafer, Tomo-chan.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
that's the
probably
best
the
one,
best.
I think.
Granted, it's
Yeah.
still a downgrade from the original Horimiya run, but it's still good, and yeah, it's better. Insomniacs After School is okay. Kind of left a bad taste in my mouth at the end.
Bro said, "Oh, what? Do they not become Insomniacs anymore?" It's like, this is not what I signed up for. I mean, moving through, just like skipping through, like a lot of just action anime, JJK, fantasy, Demon Slayer. It's very Attack on Titan won drama anime, so that's something. Though, god damn it, I'm so pissed. Fucking Attack on Titan won drama over fucking Vinland Saga. I'm done, guys. It's over for me.
Because who watched Vinland Saga?
Well, it's
Yeah.
weird because this is like the final chapter special one. This isn't even like the one that people like. It was like people liked special one, but I feel like everyone talked about special 2, which was the actual ending.
I was waiting for the next
It's-
Crunchyroll Awards for that.
Oh, kill me.
Where's
Uh,
like Attack on Titan is finally finished, but we still have to deal with like another year of it being on the awards show.
Let's go.
best
AOT.
slice, Best slice of life was Bocchi the Rock, so that's a W for us, man.
That's a W.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially compared to the other options, like Horimiya, Do It Yourself, Insomnia, Yamada, Skip and Loafer. It's like, yeah, Bocchi is definitely the best one here, so at least that one's something.
I do want to watch Do It Yourself. That looked really interesting.
Yeah, it looked cute. Best main character was Luffy,
I
which,
think that makes sense.
Gear 5 carried him.
yeah, I know, but it's like
Yeah.
a little bit of like, come on, this guy's been around for 20 years.
I do think this year he had like
Yeah, he actually had some development.
yeah.
Yeah, but Thorfinn.
Thorfinn. You're just
Listen,
sad Vinland Saga lost.
No, that's the thing. I like Luffy more than Thorfinn, but I'm like, this was Thorfinn's year, in my opinion. He fucking kicked ass. Hey, guys, pretend to be shocked. Best supporting character was Gojo.
No.
The best score, this is a surprising one to me, was the Attack on Titan special. For the score. And the other options were Bocchi, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Oshi, and Suzumi. Does
will
that make
agree.
sense?
Giving it to Suzume.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Huh, okay. I mean, Attack on Titan score is good, so I'm not that surprised. But it is like, again, it's like I feel like no one talked about the final chapters part 1 as much. Am I crazy?
The score is iconic.
That's true. Yeah. People, even like me, I haven't watched the show,
Yeah.
but I know the songs.
Yeah.
Okay, this one actually annoys me. Best opening was the fucking JJK season 2 one.
That wasn't even like the best of the openings for this. That the other one was so much better.
Yeah, the others that were in it were the Oshi one, Heavenly Delusions, Kickback, which, listen, I said a lot of shit about Chainsaw Man. Kickback, that should have won. That's such a
That's
good
really
one.
I'm the kickback hater.
Bro. I mean, listen. Zom
Oshinoko's
100's
opening. As much as I hate
Yeah.
Oshinoko, it had a good opening.
All
Actually.
the kickback movie references and stuff. It just doesn't make. I don't like it.
hates movies too much to like it, you know?
Yeah.
Even I don't hate movies that much.
Yeah.
Okay, I will hate it from a standpoint of it's just a bunch of movie references, but the song itself is good.
The song is so good. Also, Hell's Paradise. That was also an amazing opening. I really wanted that one to win.
I need to watch that. I hear a lot of
Also-
good things.
The best anime ending. Guess what? It's JJK again. Was the JJK
Is it-
ending theme good?
Does it hit bench?
Bench, you're the only one
But
who's
the
watched it.
JJK ending, the first one, neither of the second
season
JJK
2.
opening is the only one that really stuck with me.
But the ending for season 2,
No,
that's just
I don't even
nothing.
remember it.
Oh, damn that. I mean, it beat like fucking a Chainsaw Man ending, Demon Slayer. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot of these. I don't really think about it. Oh, I actually like the Zom 100 ending.
The Zom
Oh,
100
That,
ending.
that should have
ending was
that should have won.
Yeah. Then the voice actor for Japanese was Gojo. Pretend to be shocked. The best English was Denji from Chainsaw Man, which actually Ryan Colt Levy is awesome, so I'm actually happy about that. And then a few other voice actors for different languages. Not much to say there. Shout outs to the Arabic performance for Dr. Stone. That is funny to me.
Let's go.
I will say right now the top comment, or at least the most recent comment for the anime awards, is just some guy saying this is the most boring ass list, basically just cycling like 8 anime around.
True that.
I mean, listen, I do you guys think the anime awards should change, or is it just like let it be?
Just
No,
let it
I,
be.
I, I
There's
think
nothing
that's
you can
just
really do
for
about it.
Do you think maybe in the future like less fan voting, kind of like what Game Awards does, where it's like kind of a 80-20 split between the fan
Yeah, but then
votes
who are you
and the
gonna have
critic votes?
vote? Just like
there's, there-
anime reviewers?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not really like a Game Awards equivalent of like the Game Awards board, the people who vote on the Game Awards board, versus with in the case of an anime awards.
Until now, when we start it, we're gonna become the board that judges all the anime.
I mean, listen, the Soggies for anime is actually the most popular anime award show. I'm just saying.
Very true that. And it's all just a bunch of
Boy.
slice of life and rom coms.
That's your fault, Moon.
We're not watching like Attack on Titan.
We got Bench and Dark to do that for us, and Navi. I don't have to.
What are we watching?
I just want to say something, man. Moon broke me. Moon broke me.
About what?
Look.
What did I break?
Look, I there's one thing I'm proud of, and that is I watch all genres of anime. So when someone tells me their taste, I can always find something they like. I have recommended 4 or 5 anime to Moon, and he hasn't liked any of them.
I only
I
know
am
one.
done.
What else have you recommended? Because I know World God Only
Ranking
Knows
of
was a disappointment for me.
yeah, Ranking of Kings. Well, and then well, the world only God knows, and then there's the recent one. What's it called?
Heavenly Delusions.
No, not Heavy Delusion. Summertime Rendering.
Oh yeah, I'm still watching. I just kind of just forgot about it, but I want to go back to it at least.
Maybe that's worse than not liking it.
Moon's in his hater arc right now. You can't stop him, Navi.
If it doesn't have 100 girlfriends, he ain't in it.
I'm out.
I do like where Summertime Rendering's going. I just like kind of I don't know what it is, but I keep forgetting about it, and I think it's because it's on Hulu. I just like immediately
Dude.
go to Netflix and Crunchyroll and High Dive. I haven't integrated Hulu back into my rotation yet, so I kind of just forget about it.
Unironically, that's what happened to me with Undead Unluck.
I need to go watch that too.
Shit, so I stopped watching it.
Something about Hulu just kind of just like your brain doesn't go, oh yeah, I need to go check my anime over there.
Dude, I always thought like, oh, people overreact about the Hulu interface. No, it really is just that trash. Like, it is so bad. I hate using Hulu. It's like such a weird app to me.
I'll get back to now that I'm caught up on Sign of Affection. Now I don't have like a thing to binge. Maybe I'll go back to Summertime Render.
What do we want to pick?
Oh, do we want to do the book club now?
Yes.
Because I mean, like, I did want to go over some news, but we can go over that later. We have an idea, I guess.
There was an idea
It
to
was an
bring a bunch
idea.
of weebs together.
Okay, I'm not. Don't call me a weeb. I refuse to be called a weeb. That's my
An anime
one.
podcast, Wolf.
I am not a weeb.
If you watch Gintama, you are weak.
That is not a weeb show. No,
That
this
is
a
the
good show.
weebiest.
The fact that
That
it's
is the
very a
weebiest.
niche show. I never heard of that show until you started talking about it, and it's niche. So yeah, it's a weeb.
Oh my god, I'm not a weeb. I will not
Yes, you
accept
are.
these. These are allegations that I will not accept. I'm cool. I go outside. I talk with friends.
I touch grass.
I touch grass. I will not accept. The allegations are false. Anyways, we're gonna host a anime book club. That's it. So we haven't decided on the show yet. I think my idea, I want to go with something short to start out with, because I don't know if I'm ready for us to say, all right, we're starting a big 300 episoder type
It's like,
deal.
okay, we're starting One Piece from episode 1.
So here's my idea. Every 2 weeks we do it. So that gives us enough opportunity to watch even up to 24 episodes if we need to.
But every 2 weeks, that's the Slice of Anime podcast. This isn't a weekly show.
Oh wait, once a month I meant.
Oh, okay.
Once a month.
Do you guys think once a month, or do you want to try to go for
Once a month, because with everything else that we're watching, plus all the gaming we do and just live, watching a 12 episode season can take like a month for some of us. Like, now granted, there are some times where we get really into a show and we binge the whole season in like 2 or 3 days, but then there are other shows that if we're not super into it, like, it's going to take us 2, 3, 4 weeks to get through it. So I think probably once a month works.
Well,
So I was also
I'm with you, Navi. I think that's a good idea.
I was also thinking we do another one where we all select the one anime of this season and we watch every episode that comes out weekly. So
For the next season?
yeah. So like we choose one anime that we all decide that we should watch, and then we all every week we talk about the episodes we watched.
Okay, the next season's not for another couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, so are you talking about, like, so for the April season, like, Bench wants us to watch, I don't know, Jared Leto and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yeah.
And then Moon wants me to watch... No, not... Bench wants us to watch that one show, and then Moon has a show, and then you have a show, I have a show. We all have one show, and then we watch that... Okay.
So no. I mean, we all watch the same show of that season.
We vote on
so we
one.
can talk. Yeah, we vote on one, so we can talk about it.
That could work.
That
I'm down
sounds
to try that.
That would take less time than, and that could be a good I think because
every episode we'd only have like 2 episodes to talk about.
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we all go around the room? How about this? we have our show that we want to select for the book club, and then at the
Okay.
end we'll discuss, and then we decide together. Bench, you first.
For the book club, I got that's something next season.
No,
No,
this
no,
the
book club.
book club.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
I have
decide
to
this season like later.
one sec.
Okay, I'll go. Navi, how about you? You go for it.
Ooh,
Oh,
so I'm
hang on,
deciding.
real quick.
So I
quick.
know anything
Do we
I would
want
recommend you would
stipulations?
like.
Do we want stipulations on like how long it needs to be?
Let's say 24 max.
24 max.
24
Okay,
max.
cool. Go for it.
Oh
Navi.
god.
Okay. Or a season. You can do one season instead of doing two. Two instead of doing the whole show.
Yeah.
So I'm deciding what I want to recommend because I know you would like it, but then I don't know if Moon will like it.
You're
So
gonna
I'm just
gatekeep
so
it.
do I want to?
It's like, who do you want to make suffer? I guess is the question.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, okay, I'm gonna go with mine, but unless you're ready, Navi.
No, but go.
Okay, so I don't. Moon might go with this one too. So I'm just gonna take it.
I actually just pulled one out of my ass like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have
perfect.
one now.
Okay. I think we should go with. I hate this title with every fiber of my being, so I want you guys to punch me after I say it out loud. Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, let's
Have
go.
I sound
I
like
think-
such a weeb.
Have you watched?
I've watched it though.
That's
Yeah,
the
we
only
all
one.
watched except you.
Oh, that's fucked.
I still I started.
Well,
Actually,
you
that's
can-
the other thing I
you can
forgot to
do a
talk about. Is I
rewatch.
started my rewatch of it.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
Yeah, we
because
can.
there's a
I
movie
haven't,
coming out, so it's always a rewatch type deal.
I
Yeah,
haven't,
that's fucked. I'm the only one who ain't watched it.
Because
Okay.
it's a top tier anime.
That's genuinely one of the worst titles ever.
It's a bad title,
It's
but
good. It's
I
good.
hate.
What about
I bet
It's-
it's good. I just hate saying it out loud because it makes like
That's
imagine
why the
trying
whole
to talk to that show to your mom.
the
Like,
press
would you be able to do that?
the fan base just calls it Rascal. They're just throwing it to Rascal.
what about Violet Evergarden?
Oh, that's
Ooh,
yours? That's a good one.
yes.
That's one that's been on my list.
I don't even want to put mine. I don't even want to put mine in. I vote for benches. Can't believe
Violet
I'm voting for
Evergarden. It
benches.
has like I think it's like 11 episodes and a movie.
I can't believe I'm voting
I
for
don't want to
benches.
watch a movie.
But it's a complete story as well. Like with the movie, it's done. It's been on my list for a while.
It's so
Wait,
good.
No,
It is so
so what was
good.
yours then?
Oh, so Violet Evergarden was on my list, but my other one was To Your Eternity.
Oh, that was one I actually wanted to check out.
It is one of my favorite animes, but then I don't want.
But is there
But
two
I don't.
movies for Violet Evergarden?
There are two movies. Yes.
Are they both canon?
I don't know. I haven't watched them.
You guys gotta start choosing shows.
Oh, have you
without
not
movies.
watched the show?
I've watched the show. I haven't watched the movie.
Okay.
I was about to call you a poser.
No, I'm not you.
I'm trying to remember which one To Your Eternity
the
is because I think I'm
fuck?
mixing it up with Eden Zero.
Eden Zero's good.
Did he just hit me with a straight? Wait, hang on. I am not a poser, and I am not a weeb. Moon, do you have yours? that you pulled out
I
the
kind
last
of
5 minutes ago?
I was like, that's what my question was gonna be. It's like, should it be a show that pretty much none of us have watched? Because I don't know if
Or
any of you
no.
watched this, but I did, and I just thought of it like this would probably be a good like starter show for something like this, and that'd be Odd Taxi.
Oh, that's actually one I really want to watch.
It's really good. I love
Yeah.
its twist at the end.
Oh, damn, now I want moons.
Wait,
Damn it.
has Bench? Have you watched All Text?
No.
He only
Damn,
watched
I now have two to vote for.
I'd really like Violet Evergarden because it's been on my like up and coming list for a while. Like it's
All Text,
Listen.
you will like All Text too though.
If you were
Ooh, I
to
don't know
give-
which one.
if I had to choose between Odd Taxi and Violet Evergarden, I would choose Odd Taxi because I'm in the mood for a mystery right now.
do we want to at Dark on Discord and have him
I don't
decide?
like that guy.
Okay,
Wait.
so
So okay, I'm
so
Odd
let's-
Taxi.
can you give a small summary of your anime?
I don't know anything about Rascal. There's a bunny girl.
I could give you a summary.
Yeah, I guess you can just give it with non-spoilery summary.
Yeah, non-spoiler.
Mm.
I'll pretty much talk about just like the first 2 episodes, 'cause that's where most of the plot's laid out. So in this world, there is a phenomenon called puberty syndrome or adolescent syndrome. They cannot swap between the two.
All right, I'm taking my vote out for Rascal. I'm gonna go with Hunter.
But basically, what this phenomenon is it's a supernatural force that feeds off of your insecurities and other things like that, and it becomes manifested as certain things. So in the first, I guess you can call it arc, it's only like 2 or 3 episodes. The bunny girl, the reason why she's dressed as a bunny girl is because she was trying to see if anyone would see her, and that's her problem, is that she is turning invisible to most people. No one's able to see her. And the reason why that is happening is because she was a actress who wanted to take a break, and she was afraid that she was going to fall out of the public eye, and so that manifested as a thing of she's now literally disappearing. And that's what the whole series is about, is this guy keeps running into more people who have these problems, these like supernatural problems, and they got to solve them. And he has his own, and there's like an overarching story revolving around his problem too. So that's about as much as I'll get into.
I'm gonna change my choice for JoJo. Let's go.
So Violet Evergarden deals with PTSD. There's this girl who lost her memories, who comes back from war, and she is trying to assimilate back into society, but she also doesn't remember much except the worst parts about what happened. So you get to see her go through each episode. You get to see her go through life, trying to get better, and you see her interact with people in different ways that you wouldn't. I This was one of the first shows that I actually seen that actually dealt with PTSD. So if you haven't seen a lot of those type of shows, it's really good introduction to that kind of stuff.
Pressing.
Oh, and also has a robot arm.
Hell yeah.
Shit. Liza P. And you also had To Your Eternity.
And To Your Eternity. Okay, so To Your Eternity. Okay, it deals with this being who just pops up out of nowhere, and he doesn't have a form at first, but a wolf dies near him, and he takes on the wolf's form. So he learns that anyone who dies near him, he can take on their form. So I'm gonna just explain a little bit the first episode. Uh, he turns into a wolf that used to belong to someone, and he randomly finds the owner, and the owner doesn't know it's not the same wolf. And he starts. It's like you're seeing a baby learn new things. So this thing that did not exist in the world just popped out of nowhere, and he's learning about the world. He doesn't even know how to eat, and he has to learn how to eat. He has to learn how to drink water. How to find food.
Basically, like a newborn.
Yes, and that's the best part about it. So I'm not going to explain what happens around the end of the episode, but he goes. So you start seeing him go through an adventure, meeting new people, absorbing what living is, and I forgot to mention this, but he's immortal, so he can't die. So
Interesting.
so you see him die of starvation, like 3 or 4 times because he doesn't understand the world yet. And you see him grow into a person who can start speaking, who starts building relationships with real people.
This actually sounds like.
It's so good.
Is it depressing? Like, is it gonna make?
Yes, it is very depressing.
So okay, so Violet Evergarden and To Your Eternity, both depression.
Yeah.
And Bunny Girl.
Bunny Girl,
No.
yeah, it's a bit depressing. Not as much as those though.
Actually, sounds like happy times in comparison. Though I also heard.
No.
Oh, it's depressing too.
Not
Guys,
depressing.
No, Odd Taxi's not really depressing. It's
but
mysterious because you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You want me to describe Odd Taxi?
Yeah, describe Odd Taxi.
So the Odd Taxi, it kind of juggles between like 4 different storylines, all happening around one case of there was this pop idol group of 3. One of them goes missing, and I can't remember if they find her body or not. I don't know.
Watch
But
the
one of
show.
them goes missing, and the last person to see her alive was this taxi driver. And so a lot of people are trying to investigate into him, but he's a very odd fellow who doesn't interact well with others, so they're trying to deal with him. And then there's a lot of other characters dealing with their own stuff, but it all revolves around this missing idol story.
God, I really want to do that show. This sounds like, oh,
You wanna
is
flip
it
a
Death
coin?
Note vibes?
No,
No.
but
No.
there's definitely a lot of mysteries that hold you until like literally the last episode.
Okay, so
Like,
wait, hang on. Let's do a quick vote. Or Navi, did you have something to say real quick? Sorry, I cut you off.
this mystery in Odd Taxi, you would never be able to predict it.
Yeah,
Um,
like that.
I
I
don't-
was thrown for a loop at the end.
Yeah.
damn it. Okay, do we want to do a vote? Bench, which one?
Violet
You-
Evergarden.
You can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Navi, you're also Violet.
Oh, we voting? Oh,
Yes, voting.
can we vote for our own?
No, no.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we agreed not to vote for our own.
Yeah. So which one would you choose, Benj, out of the?
Bench
the
chose
three?
Violet Evergarden. Oh wait,
Yeah,
that's
but he-
Zoe.
yeah.
My bad. So, yeah, he was
out of-
listening.
Odd Taxi, Bunny Girl Senpai.
or To Your Eternity.
Yeah.
Probably Odd Taxi.
Okay.
Is it happening? I'm gonna
I
go with Odd
choose-
Taxi.
And then it's Odd Taxi.
Let's fucking go! Damn, Moon, you got me with that Odd Taxi. I didn't realize how bad.
Man, I
that
gave
was.
like the
That's
worst
for sure.
description too.
Does
Yeah,
Odd
well, no,
Taxi
all you
have
have
a
to say is
movie?
mystery. Oh yeah, doesn't it have a movie? Is that canon?
No, that's a recap.
No, the movie's just a
Oh
retelling.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually
Can
really
we-
excited.
Can we do Violet Evergarden next time?
I was gonna vote for Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, we can vote. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, I'm sorry, Moon. I skipped you. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, it kind of became a unanimous vote, and I couldn't vote for mine, so
yeah, I'm sorry.
doesn't
Oh
matter.
wait. If I only voted for Odd Taxi because 2 people voted for Odd Taxi. I vote for Violet Evergarden too.
Oh no.
So we need Dark.
We need Dark, or
Dark's
we can flip a coin.
asleep.
Does anyone
okay.
have a coin?
Or these are both 12 episoders. We can just do both. This is once a month.
I can do. I'm okay with watching.
I
both
can do
again.
both.
Yeah.
I'll
They're
live.
both good.
I can.
we
They're
can,
both
yeah,
really
we can
good.
try to do both.
We can do both.
But which one do we do first, or do you just kind of want to do both at the same time?
We'll do both at the same time because this is once a month. So, like, the episode after the next one, we'll
I
be
mean,
discussing. our
if we
thoughts.
really wanted to do it, we could just try and watch the Odd Taxi by next episode, and just do that for 2 weeks. Because it's like a 12 or 13 episode show. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's 12 episodes.
Odd Taxi is very bingeable.
Very.
Damn.
Especially
I'd
the
be down
back
for that.
half. Don't do what I did, where you got to like episode 11 at like 2 in the morning. That was a mistake because I
Oh,
had to
no.
watch.
It's a
Violet
12
Evergarden
episode.
It's very bingeable too. Unless you have depression.
Hey, that's
that's-
me.
See, you tell me Violet Evergarden
Okay.
is depression. I'm like, all right, well, I got to be in the right headspace to start this show. That's the thing.
It's so good though.
And then next book club is Sket Dance. Yeah, no, but I guess that's everything in regards to our book club. I'm excited for Odd Taxi. That's
It's
one.
so
I-
good. It's in
and
my
you gotta
top
watch.
20.
You
I
gotta
think.
watch. You gotta watch the movie Wolf of Violet
So-
Evergarden
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Is it canon
to get the ending.
There are 2 movies, Wolf, that are both canon.
for Violet Evergarden?
Yes.
Oh, can I just watch the Wikipedia? Like read the Wikipedia
No,
article?
that's not how it works.
I
Yo,
thought-
just treat it. Just
You
treat it as
guys-
an episode.
You guys know I hate movies.
Just
But
treat
they're
it.
just
treat
basically
it.
3 anime episodes stitched together.
Yeah.
No, it's
Exactly.
not the same. It's not the same.
Yes, it is.
No, because a
It's
movie,
the same.
a movie wants you to watch it in one sitting. An anime
Yeah.
is like, hey, you can.
No.
you
It's
can
like a
take
2
your
hour
time.
and 20-minute movie, one of them.
2
Oh.
hours.
All
I have a
anime can be a
job.
movie. All
Listen,
anime
See,
can
this
be a
is
movie.
why we're never gonna get Wolf to watch Bunny Girl Senpai because it's the 12 episodes and now there's 3 movies.
Wolf will live.
There's 3 movies. Oh my god, I regret bringing that up. I'm sorry, guys. What the?
Wolf will
Jo-
live. Don't worry.
you want to
about
know how many movies JoJo has? 0. That's why I think we should watch JoJo.
No. I won't watch part 3 again.
Oh my god, bro, is so
I'll-
mad about part 3. He
I'll-
thinks
I'll
about part
burn it.
3 in his sleep.
I'll burn in hell before I watch 3.
Damn.
Bro is so angry about part 3, man. You know,
Now
you
I kind
gotta
of want to
read
watch
it.
that just to know what it's about.
Oh, dude, you would quit after the 3rd episode. I know.
Man, you know, JoJo doesn't need you guys.
No, I like JoJo. I just don't like part 3.
That's fair enough. But yeah, that's everything there. There are some shows that got some release dates. I gotta talk about the big one for me and Bench. One Punch Man season 3
Let's go.
finally fucking got a trailer.
Randomly, like I woke up to it.
It's like a random Tuesday, basically. I cannot fucking wait for this. Now, it is the same studio that did season 2, JC stuff, but I will always argue till the ends of the earth.
It ain't bad.
Season 2 was
like,
good. Season
It
2
was
was
good.
great.
I didn't notice that people thought it was bad until like a year after I watched it.
That
It's
was
because you watch the contents and not the animation. That's the only,
exactly.
Yeah.
that's
The
There's
animation
fine.
wasn't bad though.
It
That's
was
fine. But
the
the
best-
animation, but we're coming from season 1 to season
That's-
2.
That's my point.
That's why.
Yeah, no, that's my thing. Is that I think in a vacuum, season 2 has great animation, but
We'll
it is
see.
just literally you look at it compared to season 1, which I still argue season 1 is the best any show. Like that season is they got what was effectively the Avengers of anime to do season 1 of One Punch Man.
We'll say what sucks is I can't wait another couple years after season 3 because the stuff that I'm looking forward to is season 4 and season 5.
I mean, listen, I think Navi, are you a fan of One Punch Man at all?
Yeah, I love One Punch Man.
I think they could do it justice. It is one of those things though where I'm like, I am definitely gonna catch up on the manga beforehand. I've been wanting to catch up on it.
When
The
you
web
start
novel or
reading,
the manga?
you won't do the manga.
I own most of the volumes, so
Whenever you start reading the manga, you won't be able to stop.
dude,
I
no,
don't
'cause, like,
know if I've seen season 2 or not.
One Punch Man is
It's
very
not. It was never on Crunchyroll. It was only on like Hulu, weirdly.
because it
Did you
is.
did you
mu-
did you
it
did
was-
you
oh, go ahead,
did you
Navi.
see someone who looks like a Saiyan? Vegeta looking
Yeah,
man
like
head?
wasn't it like an alien invader and he punched him and then
Boris.
the sky like split in half?
That's
That was
one-
end of
That,
season
that was
one.
the
That was end of
one.
season 1? Okay, so I never saw season 2 then.
Okay, yeah.
No, I think to me, One Punch Man is very important to me. It's like one of the first anime I watched. And
It was mine too. Season 1 was one. Actually, what got me into anime is I went to a friend's house and we watched it together. And I wasn't really into anime then, but we watched like the first couple episodes of that.
I
How old
remember,
were
like,
you?
I mean,
How old were you, man?
How old was I? Oh no, this was the weekend that Kingdom Hearts 3 came out.
Oh
like-
damn, you got into anime late. Like
Yeah.
No, I got into it late too. So I was
Yeah,
like 2021.
I don't know if I ever said, yeah, I don't think I said this around, but anime was like my COVID thing, like the thing I got into when COVID started.
No, I remember when I
you
started.
you didn't think that shit was weird at your age?
Yeah, that was my thing. Is like I was a kid who watched like Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. Then I stopped watching and I'm like, oh, it's anime. I'm not into anime anymore. And then I got into my older years and 2018, 2019, 2020 hit. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna give anime another shot again. And I started with My Hero Academia and Sword Art Online and One Punch Man.
That is crazy. Navi did not just hit him with the damn. You think you're too old for that?
No. Like I'm
fucked.
trying
Navi,
to imagine myself. I'm trying to imagine myself. If I didn't watch anime as a kid, how would I see anime now?
Oh yeah.
I think I got into it when I was. How old was I in 2021? Now I'm trying to remember.
3 years ago.
I was like 18, 19 when I started watching. So like,
Yeah.
that's still a young adult.
Yeah, 3 years ago I was 28.
I was about 15 when I started watching anime.
Yeah, which is like the normal age to start.
Which was
Yeah.
last year.
That's so fucked up. I'm sorry, Moon. I did not mean to hit you with the stray there. That's the normal age to start.
It was just kind of like a perfect storm of everything that
Yeah.
happened because before I started watching anime, I was just kind of over just television in general because
Yeah.
a lot of things were just a lot of live action shows were samey. I wasn't into like what cartoons were doing at the time, like Adventure Time and Steven Universe and all these other like really popular cartoon shows of the time.
Regular show?
No, I never got into pretty much anything past
Oh.
like later 2010s Cartoon Network I never watched because it just
Because-
didn't appeal to me. Which now that I have like this aspect of seeing anime and how weird and crazy it, I should probably could try and give those shots.
Regular
give those shows
show
another
is
try.
a 10 out of 10 show.
You should give Adventure Time a
Yes.
chance.
Adventure Time.
It is so as a whole has a lot of lore around the.
Yeah, that's what I've
the
noticed.
theme.
Is there's a lot to it.
There's
So I
like-
need to give those shows a try sometime.
No, but like I mean, Adventure Time's so fucking good, especially like the later half. I'm like, what are we doing
Yeah.
here? It gets crazy.
And then it gets dark at the end.
But no, like I guess going back to One Punch Man, let's go back there. Like that's a show I watched, and it was just like that revelation of like I really want to start watching more anime now because like I watched My Hero before that, and I liked My Hero fine, but it didn't get me to want to watch more shows.
Yeah.
One Punch Man was like, this is so good that I want to watch everything now. And like the big thing was like, I remember like finishing season 1 and immediately starting season 2, and like when it's one of your first shows, you're like, this is the same. This is amazing. I did not realize people disliked season 2 until way later. And like, I will never understand the vitriolic hatred towards season 2. I will never get it. It's like, yes, it's a downgrade. It's still One Punch Man. The story is still there. And that's kind of why I watched One Punch Man. If you just watched it for the animation and the fight scenes, then all right, go ahead. But
No, but part of
Maybe I'll try to
part
watch
of
season 2
anime-
here since I have Hulu right now.
what makes anime is animation.
I don't know. I mean, like,
So if you just want the story, you read the manga. But if you watch the anime, you expect good animation.
I guess, but I'm also like, it doesn't affect my enjoyment of the series to the point where I'm like, this is bad. If the animation isn't like top tier.
I don't think anyone did not enjoy season 2. It's just they complained.
Yeah, people love to complain about it. I from what we've seen of season 3, like they showed it off, it looks really good. It looks like an improvement in my opinion. I understand feeling skeptical. I get it, but like, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. I'll be honest, this is a show where when it comes out, I'm muting on Twitter. It's like I don't want to hear anyone's opinion on this. This is my thing. I don't want to hear any whining and bitching. Man, I'm the shit for One Punch Man. When do you guys think it's coming out? Because they didn't give any date or anything.
Fall maybe. I don't think it can't be that like next year.
It's been so long. It's been so long since they announced.
But will it be 24 episodes? Will it?
It's probably gonna be a 12 episoder. I'm very excited. I'm very, very interested. I'm also excited for Konosuba. That's also coming back. That's coming back.
Hell yeah.
Not that mid sideshow.
Bro, that show was so sad. It was so sad to watch. I'm like, what are we doing here? I can't explain it, but like that show was like kind of explained to me. It's like, damn, those the main character group works so well together, but like by themselves they kind of like are boring.
Hey, Megamine's the best of the group. So if
Yeah,
she
no.
can't do it, no one can.
Exactly. I'm very interested to see what they do with season 3. I hope it's not another downgrade. I hope it's like the same quality as season 2. I think that this is a new animation studio doing it. So that's
I think it is, yeah.
worrying.
Wait, did that have a date for Konosuba?
I think it's April. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're very close. Spring season anime, which by the way, look forward to our not predictions. What do we call them? Preview. Our spring preview.
Is that gonna be next episode? Like, is that gonna be in time?
Oh yeah.
I'm very excited. And then another one that's coming up soon. I think actually in April 13th, Kaiju number 8. Ben, you read the manga for this bad.
I mean, yeah,
boy.
it's action heavy, but it has some endearing characters, and it seems like they're kind of taking some just general artistic liberties with how the world is presented, which should be interesting.
That trailer do anything for you?
I didn't watch it.
No. What fucked me up was finding out it was fucking what's their name? One Republic is doing the ending theme. They were this fucking band from the early 2010s where it's like they were the definition of one hit wonder. I don't know if you remember them, Moon. Navi?
What happened?
God bless. One Republic.
One Republic.
Am I the only one who knows One Republic? This is insane.
I feel like I know.
You mean
Counting
the band?
Stars?
Yeah, Counting
Yeah.
Stars. I was about to say, like, I don't think the Counting Stars band. That's the
Oh.
only song I know of them.
Yeah, this is a white boy band. What's up?
Well, apparently they're doing the ending theme for Kaiju number 8.
Oh, what? That's weird.
I don't know why. I thought it was weird as hell. It's like a weird choice, but I'm like, you know what? I'm into it. Let's see what we can do here.
And I'm guessing it's gonna be in English then, right? Because they're an English band.
Yeah, most likely.
Which I really enjoy. Like when Fire Force had that English opening, that was really cool. It was like heavy metal.
Oh my god, that was so. But yeah, I mean, there were some other shows that got some like trailers and stuff. I don't know if we were. Was there an event recently? Is that what happened? Because I swear I thought we were getting like a trailer like every day.
No, it's just new anime season stuff piles up.
Fair enough. But yeah.
But
Oh, go ahead.
I guess we won't talk about the July stuff because that's farther off.
Yeah, no, that was like some interesting shows there, like the Russian girl show. I'm like, hang on, this might be
Russian
peak.
girl, robot girl, VTuber girl. We're getting all the girls in July.
They really said, all right, we got to keep going through all the girls. We got to figure this out.
We're gonna introduce all the new waifus.
But yeah, I think that's everything that we wanted to talk about today. Pretty good episode. Hey, listen, we didn't need Dirk. Who is that guy?
Cancel him.
Honestly, get rid of him. I'm done with him.
He probably would have put Fate in one of his options.
We've watched it though.
Listen, I got to Blade Works.
It-
So that I would have been like, hang on, maybe I can do this.
Watch the movies. The trilogy.
You just said watch the movies. Do you think I'm going to do that?
But it's like
There's one of the
best.
movies that keeps getting recommended to me, and I'm like, maybe I will watch at least just this one movie. I can't remember which one it is though.
The Heaven's Feel trilogy is so crazy.
Yeah.
I only
Jesus.
watched the first Fate. I haven't watched all the 5, 6 other ones.
With the first Fate, like the Studio Dean one?
The one that came out in 2000 or something.
Yeah, so that was the 2007 with the CGI dragons.
Yeah.
That's the bad one. You got to watch the good ones, man.
We had a very contained Fate experience with Fate Zero, Fate Unlimited Blade Works, and the movies.
Zero is the master. That's my favorite.
Zero's so good.
We got into a Fate conversation, but yeah, that's everything in regards to anime. Look forward to our next episode where I'm assuming we're going to be going into something.
We'll be all caught up on Odd Taxi and other stuff.
Yeah. The next episode, is that the April preview or is that the one after?
Well, I don't know.
Let's see if we're recording on the 6th, the 20th. Yeah, I guess because I'm guessing some shows will be starting like early April. April 3rd will be the next Wednesday after that. So we probably should do like the April preview next episode.
Yeah, most likely. I hope you guys look forward to it. And also make sure to watch Odd Taxi and Violet Evergarden for when we get to the actual book club discussion. I think it's going to be a really fun watch. I'm really excited for Odd Taxi, especially. But yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, give us a like, a comment, a subscription. Anything helps us. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Radio Public, and Audible. God, I did not know that there was half of these. And then follow us on Twitter on A Slice of Gaming. Obviously, check out our main show, A Slice of Gaming podcast, every Saturday morning. And yeah, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Watch
See ya.
Steins Gate. Night.
That too.